Hello, my friend, and given that it's Christmas or Christmas Eve, I wanted to offer you a Christmas present, not just for Christmas, but for all time. This is the present of returning to our true nature, the present of returning to our spiritual heart. Hridaya is the spiritual heart. Now, this heart is not, the heart of a physical heart. We point to this area here, and I have this symbol for a spiritual heart. But the spiritual heart is infinite, but we do feel it here. We do point here because we feel it here. As Ramana Maharshi said, when the mind descends into the spiritual heart, we have awakening, we have truth, right? Because if we're up in the mind, we don't. So the gift is a reminder to remember to come back to our spiritual heart. So things at Christmas time can be stressful at times. There's so much to do. It can create some stress in our life, but always there's stress in our life because they're distractions from our spiritual heart, from truth. The spiritual heart signifies the truth, the reality of our true nature and what everything is. So the distractions pull us away from this. They have us, lost in this world of a dream. And it can be very stressful being in the dream, having the sense of being a separate person who has to do all these things and separate from the rest of the universe. It's very stressful. No matter what we're doing or not doing, as long as we feel that sense of a separate self, we're going to feel stress. We're going to feel some discomfort. Something is missing. Something is not fulfilled. Something is not whole. Something is not complete. And the spiritual heart, it is always. So when there's a lot of pressure and people are demanding things and things you have to do, it can be overwhelming, and that overwhelm can remind you to stop, to just stop, to say, hold on a sec. No more for a moment. I'm lost in this dream. There's suffering. Stop and come back to the spiritual heart. The more often that you do this, the quicker it can happen. It can take just a single breath. In the middle of some stressful activity, you just return to truth, return to reality. And you do that, you let go of the distractions. Human society reminds me of the way Times Square used to be. Maybe it still is. I haven't been there in a long time. But there's constant distractions for your attention, right? Taxis are beeping their horns. There's a lot of people. There's, these signs and neon lights and things and people trying to grab your attention. Look at this. Come in here. This is something for you. You need this. This will be great. That's human society. It's always trying to demand your attention. Come and look at this. Come buy this. Will make your life better. This is what you need. This is what you want. Look, there's a trip to the Caribbean. There's this or that. Always something else, something to increase your desires, to have something that you want. And that's commerce. And that's how part of getting your attention. But everything does this, even conversations. Listen to me. Look at me. What am I saying? Who am I? Look at me. Pay attention to me. I want your attention. So all these things, including people, are asking for our attention, and it can be overwhelming and distract us from this, from our true nature, from their true nature, from the true nature of everything. It can pull us away, and we can feel like, no, it's that trip to the Caribbean. It's that beautiful woman. It's that, that success, money, win the lottery, all those things pulling our attention, being a good parent, everything pulling our attention away from the true nature of reality. That's what the dream does. It distracts us. So we need a moment to just say, stop. And that includes our thoughts, because our thoughts are pulling us away from truth too. Even if we're in a room by ourselves, totally silent, our thoughts are still going, and that's society too. That's pulling our attention. Pay attention to this thought. This is an important thought. This is what I need. This is who I am. This is what I'm feeling. All those thoughts, just stop. Stop. And return here. Return to our true nature, to the spiritual heart. The spiritual heart means the essence. Not a heart like love, but our essence. The very, very essence and marrow and core of what we are. A deep turning in to the very nature of what we are, not as a person. That's superficial. That's also calling our attention, but the truth of what we are, which cannot be thought. Any thought is another distraction. It's much deeper than thought. It's truth. It's truth itself. The fundamental truth of all life. We return to this because we are this. So this is in us. We point in, but it is us. We're not other than this. We're not a person. We're not any of these distractions. We are the very nature and truth of all existence, because that's all it really is. The rest is a dream and a distraction, an enormous distraction. So we need to take a moment to say, stop, and return, come back in. Stop is important because there's so many distractions. Our thoughts are distractions. Our sense of a personal self is a distraction. All those things are outside of what we really are. So we need to say stop to all of that and return in to our true nature, to what we really are. And the reminder to do this is the gift that I offer you. No matter how much stress and things are going on in our lives, we can always return to truth. And when we do, we feel wonderful. We feel amazing. Why? Because we've let go of all the distractions. We've let go of all that illusion. We've let go of that dream and returned here to our true nature, to the source and substance and truth of all existence. Because we are this, not as a thought. Don't make a thought out of our true nature. Don't make a thought out of the source and substance and essence of existence. Don't let go of that thought too. Stop that thought and return to what it is, what those words point to. Because what they point to is far beyond those words or any thoughts we can have about them. Those are just an incentive for you to do this, for you to return, to come home again, to your true nature. So there's just two things that you need to do in order to do this. First is stop. Stop the dream, stop the illusion, stop the distractions. And second is return. When we've stopped all the distractions, we are here. We're naturally here. But this changes the focus. Stop all this, and the focus is to return to our true nature, to the spiritual heart, which is silence, emptiness. Emptiness of what? Emptiness of illusion, emptiness of distractions. Silent of distractions. Can there be sound in the middle of this silence? Of course. But they're not distracting us. Does emptiness mean a void? No, not at all. The opposite of that, because it's filled with the essential nature of existence, which is infinite. It just doesn't have, it's empty of illusion, empty of a dream, empty of distractions that are pulling us away from this direct experience. So that's my offering to you. When I do the silent transmissions, when I offer the silent transmissions, and even now, I'm in this place, in this truth, in this heart, or in Sanskrit, hridaya, the spiritual heart, the essence of existence, the truth of existence. And that happens because I let go. I stop, let go of thoughts, let go of the world of illusion, the world of distractions, which is all our thoughts and everything we think, all name and form. Let go of that and return to truth that's free of that, empty of that, silent of that. All our thoughts. So the thought silence, that's not what silence is. That's just a thought of what silence is. Silent is not that. Emptiness is a thought. The emptiness that it points to is not that at all. It's empty of that thought of emptiness, that illusion that comes from all thought. The silence is empty of that illusion of silence that comes from all thought. So we don't know, but we are. Knowing is irrelevant and unimportant. Being what we are is important. We return to this. This is our essence, our nature, our being. So just a moment of this transmission of this, and allow yourselves to relax, allow yourself to relax and let go of everything, all the stresses, all the distractions, good and bad, hopes and dreams, you as a person. For a moment, just let it go. And if you do, you'll notice this growing bliss, this powerful energy, this peace beyond understanding, this absolute unconditional love with neither subject nor object, just love as the nature of being itself. Because here you're not missing anything. There's nothing to get. You are everything. Nothing is apart from you. And if you take this moment to return, to stop for a moment and return, you will emerge from this experience refreshed and alive and as your true nature, and be able to deal with people in a new and far more productive and beautiful and loving way. And they will sense it, they will feel it, they will be grateful simply for your presence. This is how it works. And that will encourage you to do this more, to let go more, to stop more and return to this. It's very easy to get lost in the distractions and illusions, and most of us have never even touched this, so we're lost in the distractions and illusions all the time. That becomes what we call our life. But you can always return to this. You can always come home again to your true nature as a practice. There are always going to be these distractions. So no matter how deeply we are in this bliss of our true nature, of this truth of what we are, beyond the self, beyond all thoughts, beyond all illusion, the distractions can still pull us. So the reason that we stay awake is that we're constantly coming back, constantly stopping the distractions and coming back all the time. We don't need to do this consciously after a while because we've done it for so long. But this is the gift that is the true nature of all existence. You need to let go. I can't do it for you. The gift is to remind you that you can. And the transmission can help you experience this, because when somebody experiences this very deeply, it tends to have a profound effect on others, a very positive, profound effect on others. Because all of us are this. You are this. You just need to let go of the distractions of what you're not and return to this, your true nature of what you are. This is the greatest gift that you can have and that you can give to yourself. And your giving this gift to yourself gives it to everyone around you without you saying a word. The very nature of your true being helps others experience their true being. And that is love. That is the essence of love. But truth and love are not two separate things. Bliss and truth are not two separate things. Peace and truth are not two separate things. It's all the same. It's all the essence of our true nature, all the essence of what we are. Not as something we get, but as what we've always been. Awakening is a realization, not an attainment. It's a realization of what's always been here. All of us have been distracted. That's what society does. That's what society is for. It's built on these distractions and illusions that pull us away from our true nature. So it's natural that we're distracted and not experiencing this. That's why we have to stop. We have to stop letting that happen. Just take a moment, stop all of this, including all our thoughts. Stop and return to this. As Ramana said, the mind descends into the spiritual heart. In other words, we've stopped the mind. There's no more thoughts. There's just this great peace, bliss, and love, truth. We come home again. Thank you, my friend. Many blessings to you, and may you have a very happy Christmas and New Year. And this is the way to do it.